So what's up, everybody? This is the same shirt I wore last time. So what's up, everybody? Hope all is well. It's me, Patrick, and this week, well, not really this week, for the past few days. Excuse me, I'm ironing at this time, but for the past few days, I've been in Glasgow, and actually, it's a 24-hour layover. It's a part of my job as a flight attendant, and I love the city. The first time I came was last year. I love the fact that the city has great architecture. It's very walkable. It's very similar to most English cities, such as London or Edinburgh. But I like it because it's not as overwhelming like London, but there still are things to do. There is a great pub life, the clubs and going out. It's very nice. And yeah, that's what I've been doing this week. So prior to this, my husband and I went to DC. We did another one of our medical appointments, and it went well. I checked in with my doctor, and of course, like I told you in the last episode, she definitely concurred that I need to lose some weight. So something that I've been doing is this kind of like I read this book about detox, and I like this book. It talks about the negative effects of sugar. It talks about food addiction and how our society has become very addicted to sugars and how we become addicted to sugar, not just any kind of sugar. It's more about the processed sugars. And so I made a decision to, once I close on my house and I move, to definitely start the detox and really start the process of going back to a more healthier lifestyle. However, in the meantime, I've really kind of taken the time to get off of ultra processed foods, any kind of processed foods. I had chips yesterday in Glasgow, which are crisp, which are like potato chips. And so I broke that kind of rule with my detox, but I haven't had sugar in about 10 days. I'll show you, I'll load a picture up where you can see kind of like how my bloat look and compared to now. I'm being vulnerable by showing you this, but to see now how I am kind of transforming and kind of toning back up again. And I am a bigger guy still, but I am losing the weight, and I'm very happy about those results. But I'll tell you, I start the mornings off by just having some almonds and a banana. I then have a midday snack of like some nuts, and then for lunch I'll have like a salad or like I'm not supposed to have rice on the detox, but because I'm not really doing it yet, I'm kind of just eating healthier until I start the detox. I typically will have like rice and like grilled chicken or like chicken that has been skilleted with like extra virgin olive oil, and that's what I've been doing. And for dinner, before dinner, I'll have like almonds or nuts, and then by dinner time, with eating the fiber that I'm supposed to eat and the multivitamins and drinking all the water that I have been drinking, I'm typically not that hungry. So I'll just have like a really light snack, and then I'll be good for the evening. So I know I've lost weight, but I just have not been able to find a scale for the life of me. So I hope that I'll be able to get on a scale and kind of show you the results. But I see and feel the changes of not having ultra processed foods and sugars. I mean, I'm waking up in a good mood. I've been very vocal about my mental health and how it's been impacting me for the past few years. I use a program called, our application service called Doctor on Demand. And I love this service. If you have an issue where you need to go to urgent care, you can actually utilize telemedicine, which Doctor of Demand basically is. And I love telemedicine because it kind of meets you where you're at. So if you have questions about, you're not feeling good, or diet changes, or wanting to live a healthier life, or hey, you may just have pink eye, or you may have a stomach ache or the flu, or you feel like you're coming down with a bug, you're more than welcome to utilize Doctor on Demand for their kind of physician services. However, on the flip side, they offer mental health services. So they offer therapy, they offer psychiatry. So I basically utilize their psychiatry and their therapist, and that's just based off of hitting a brick wall one day and just really making a decision to look and address my mental health. So I've been working with a provider on Doctor on Demand. However, I'm not able to get to an appointment to see her, and I've kind of been wondering how I would be off of my anti-anxiety medication and my depression medication. But to be honest with you, I feel good. I've had my moments where I kind of get a little agitated, but the agitation is not so bad where I'm unable to do just nothing at all. So on that end, I've just been feeling much better, and I've been doing much better, and yeah, it's just going really well. Outside of that, though, I just really look forward to the weight loss. And by just sitting here and looking outside and being able to see the sun come up and the sun come down, I know that I have a lot more life in me, and I really can't wait.
I just want to take a picture of this moment right here.
Be healthier and go out and enjoy. I spent today going out into Glasgow and just walking around, absorbing the sights, the sounds, and just fellowshipping with my fellow crew members. And heading back to New York, I am just going to reset and focus on my fitness. It's been about maybe 2 days I haven't been in the gym. Outside of that, I've been in the gym at least for 30 to 45 minutes, if not an hour. That's just some physical activity. And, for me, the biggest thing is just diet. Diet's a bigger thing. So I just really look forward to, losing weight and doing what I have to do. And outside of that, all is well. HIV testing day was a couple days ago, and it was the day that my husband and I went to the doctor, and he saw his provider. I saw my provider, and it's we haven't really talked about it, but we are a serodiscordant couple. So what that means is that I am positive and he's negative, and so we were not really out to his family much about that, but we don't we choose not to. We're not really we value that type of privacy. Obviously I'm being very open with you all on YouTube, but I'm saying that because I really want those who are positive or those who are utilizing me as a resource to understand someone who has either been diagnosed with HIV or who is living with HIV to know that it is possible for a positive and negative couple to be together. Now, there are pros and cons to that. And what that means is that, for instance, when I first told my then boyfriend, or now my husband, that I was positive, he was very ignorant. And I'm going to say, ignorant is not a bad word. Ignorant means that you lack the knowledge to fully understand a situation, an ideology, or just overall just something. He was very ignorant and lack of better terms, um, unable to comprehend HIV overall. So I had to educate him, and I use my videos. I use sources like thebody.com and just hiv.gov and my stories that I have there, which I'll provide a link. But I used mypositivespin.com, and or that is the website, but it's a program that I was a part of, and it talked about being diagnosed, getting into treatment, and staying undetectable, or staying, you know, on your meds. And so I shared that with him, and he came around to it, and he really understood that being undetectable means that there's zero chance of transmission, or being better, for the better lack of term, of having to deal with getting HIV from me. And so what that means is that we have sex. I'll be very open about it. We don't use condoms. We're married. We're monogamous. We don't really talk or deal with anybody else, and we are very faithful to each other. So we choose not to use condoms. But with that being said, I've never really talked about my sex life. But I feel like if you choose not to use condoms and you want to have raw sex, you should be able to do so and be empowered to do so. What that means is that at the end of the day, I don't like when people try to press condoms on you, because if you aren't comfortable with them, you should be comfortable with other stages of preventative actions, which are having conversations with your partners about their sexual health. I feel like if you're somebody who's willing to bottom or top without a condom, you should be transparent and open about your testing, your results. I mean, we're living in a world now that, because of the Affordable Care Act and other advances in our medical technology, you can pull up your recent lab work on your phone. I have it. I do it. You know, so it's no reason why someone shouldn't be able to show you or tell you what their recent testing was for STIs, which are sexually transmitted infections. Those are gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis. There's no reason why someone should not be able to pull those results out and show you that they are negative on all counts. Now, with that being said, my husband and I test, even though we're monogamous, we still test. He is on PrEP, so pre-exposure prophylaxis. He takes Truvada, and he does an online service that allows him to have his meds order like mailed order to him. So super convenient. He takes his meds all the time, and we have not had any scares or any worries because I'm undetectable. I have no STIs. He is taking his Truvada every day. He's following his instructions. He's testing, and he's seeing his provider on the necessary intervals to be able to know that he's keeping everything in check. And so yeah, so I can't wait to bring him on to talk to you about that process for him. And it just makes me kind of think about the fact that like I have a future, and I have the opportunity to be with somebody, because I remember a couple of years ago I was with a friend in Greece, and I was in the middle of a city square in Athens, and I had had a lot to drink, and I had been rejected by somebody, and I just had a breakdown. And I was like, it's sad because no one loves me. I feel like no one wants to be with me, because of my status. I feel like at that time I was telling him that I felt like people only wanted to be with me because I was, successful in HIV, or because I had a YouTube channel, or because of my looks, or my benefits, my flying benefits. And so I was in a mood. I felt some kind of way about that. And, I feel like God has a plan for everybody, and things happen, and He fell into my life, that being my husband. So it could happen to you, it will happen to you. It's just, I just stopped looking for it, and it just fell in my lap. So I look forward to kind of sharing with you our experiences as a married couple. I look forward to sharing with you how it's like dealing with doctors, being somebody who's positive. I really look forward as well to sharing with you my travel experiences, man. Like, I don't really share with you a lot about my flight attendant adventures. I kind of have made them personal, but I feel like y'all should be able to see a little bit more of that and understand that, hey, you can be positive and get your life and travel too. You can get your life and do whatever job that you feel like you're capable of doing. Your status has no barrier in terms of your future and your access to different careers. And my kind of point of why your status should not be a barrier. I feel like if you're positive and you're on top of your health, why should you be banned from the military? You should be able to serve. You should be able to defend your country. You're healthy, and I think that we need to renegotiate the terms of what healthy is. There is no definite measurement for how healthy is healthy. You can be in the military and serve your country and be dealing with mental health issues. So why can't you be in the military and be on, living with HIV, and be, somebody who is on meds and still serve? I feel like there needs to be a definition on fit for service. There needs to be a conversation around HIV is not something that will prohibit you from living your dreams and achieving your goals. So that's it. I think it's going to be a real short episode. And I really just wanted to bring you along my journey to Glasgow and beyond. So thanks for watching, and look forward to having you join me for another pause episode. Again, if you have not, go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. I'll be updating and posting a lot more in the weeks and days to come. So thanks for joining. Look forward to seeing you soon in another episode of Pause Life with Patrick. Take care. I'll leave you with my return drive from the hotel in downtown Glasgow back to Glasgow's airport. Bye bye.